Hi, everyone. My name is Anna Barrera, and I am a brand invigorator and founder of successionmarketing.com. I am very excited to bring to you an interview I had with Mark Schaefer, who is an internationally recognized keynote speaker, educator, business consultant, and author. Mark is the author of 7 best-selling marketing books, which include Marketing Rebellion, which he will talk about in this interview, Known, Social Media Explained, Return on Influence, Born to Blog, The Content Code, and The Tao of Twitter. Mark has worked in global sales, PR, and marketing positions for more than 30 years and provides consulting services as Executive Director for Schaefer Marketing Solutions, in which he customizes for every audience. Mark's programs specialize in marketing strategies for content marketing, digital marketing, social media, and personal branding. His clients range from successful startups to global brands, such as Adidas, Johnson & Johnson, Dell, AT&T, Chipotle, the US Air Force, and the UK government. Here's a little more on Mark Schaefer.
The role of marketing is changing dramatically. We are in this third rebellion where we're not in control. The customers are telling our stories. The customer is the marketer.
Mark is someone who sees the trends way ahead of time. People come to conferences to know the trends. They don't come just to know what works now or what worked in the past.
He doesn't just give you a couple of case studies. He's immersed in the research.
He's not doing it just because of some show or whatever. He does it because he genuinely wants to help people.
I first met Mark Schaefer in February 2020 when I attended the Social Media Marketing World Conference in San Diego, California, the last conference I was able to attend pre-COVID-19. He had a session on winning the war for attention, where he dove into his 6-step process to determine social media strategy with his clients. I reached out to him and was extremely excited to be able to sit down with Mark and ask him a few questions regarding marketing strategies and how to manage marketing in a COVID-19 world. Mr. Schaefer, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today to talk about marketing strategies. Now, in your experience, why have some marketers succeeded in a digital space while others have failed? What, in your opinion, are some critical traits, abilities, skills, or training a marketer should have?
Well, I think this is a major theme in this new book that I wrote called Marketing Rebellion. I saw the same thing, that a lot of marketers today are being a lot less effective than they used to be. As I went around the world and talked with CMOs of big companies or even small businesses, startups, nonprofits, and universities, everybody seemed to sort of be falling behind and commenting that their marketing just wasn't working like they used to. And my original theory was that the technology was moving so fast that they weren't keeping up, and that was what perhaps was making them less effective. But when I got into the research, what I found is that, in fact, customers have moved away from us. And there's been this profound and dramatic change in what people expect from businesses and marketers today. We've got these consumers, they're always on, they've got the accumulated knowledge of the human race in the palm of their hands. They don't need our marketing and advertising like they used to. They converse with each other. Research shows that 2/3 of our marketing is occurring without us. The customers are the marketers, and that requires an entirely different mindset. Today, marketers are too preoccupied with technology, algorithms, email lists, dashboards, and they've sort of lost touch with the human connection and the emotion that marketing has always been about. So that's really the main theme of my book, to answer your question, is that we need to get back to a more human-centered approach, because that's what our customers want. Our customers are in control now. They are the marketers, and it requires a different mindset to succeed.
Excellent points. Marketing rebellion is a must have for any marketer. Your book talked about the 5 constant human truths that is at the heart of any successful marketing strategy. Now, we know as marketers that nothing is ever perfect. What should marketers do when they make mistakes regarding big picture strategies?
Well, one of my favorite authors and inspirations is a man perhaps you've heard of, Dr. Philip Kotler. Dr. Kotler wrote Principles of Marketing. It's like the main textbook used in many marketing classes. And I even had it back when I was in college. And in this book, he talks about this idea that marketing is sort of a combination of psychology, sociology, and anthropology. Marketing is all things human. This is something he said 30 years ago. Now, the man is still alive. He's over 80 years old. He was on a podcast recently, and this is what he said. What's missing today from brands and companies is this human voice, a voice that's real, authentic, accessible, even vulnerable. And that's such a powerful word. It sort of sends a chill down my spine every time I think about that, because it's something that he said, 35 years ago, and it's something that he's saying today. He's still teaching us. And what that means, if we make a mistake, everyone makes mistakes, the company makes mistakes, we should admit to those mistakes. We should be vulnerable. We should be honest. And instead of creating some sort of legally approved narrative, if we could just connect like humans, speak like humans, show some vulnerability, that would help us gain the trust and loyalty of our consumers, better than the way most companies handle mistakes today.
Oh, yes. As a marketing grad student, we learned many teachings of Philip Kotler. One of my favorite quotes from him is, "Be a cause, not just a business. Have a higher mission." Which brings me to my next question. What are some of your process or methods that you use for making strategic marketing decisions?
Well, I do have a process that I use with my clients. And the first step that I take, and I think this is the most important step for any business or any person trying to develop a personal brand, is to be able to finish this sentence. Only we. Or if you're a person, only I. Now, that's a really hard sentence to finish. But if I work with a company and I gather the executives around a table and I say, all right, let's get out a piece of paper, finish this sentence. Only we. This is how our company stands out. This is why we're distinguished and distinctive in our field. If there's 5 people around a table and I get 5 different answers, that means they do not have a marketing strategy. They might think they have a marketing strategy, but they don't. Because in the process of answering that question, finishing that sentence, you have to know why your customers love you, why your competitors fear you. If you can answer that question, then you know what to say. You know where to say it. You know how to say it. You know who to say it to. So it's very liberating. And it's hard to get there. And it might take weeks to figure out that answer. And it can't be something like, oh, we have the best customer service. Everybody says that. The people that pick up my garbage say that, right?
Yes.
The people that clean my clothes say that. So it has to be something unique to you. You've got to dig deep into what you stand for. What's the DNA of the company? Why did you start this thing in the first place? And what's special about you? So that's really the core of the process. It's a core question I ask that really seems to be very helpful to get people focused on their strategy. And if I'm being brought in to work on social media or content and they don't have a marketing strategy to begin with, then I'm being set up to fail because they don't really know what they want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to start with that very high level identification of what's the connection here? Why do we connect in a special way? And what's different about us?
I will definitely be using those only we and only I's. Now, 2020 has plagued us with a global pandemic. In a digital world we live in today, any tips that you can provide to marketers on how to navigate through this pandemic?
Well, I think the biggest thing we have to think about right now is really study and dwell on how our customers are changing through this pandemic. The research shows that it takes about 21 days for people to change habits. And a lot of people have been isolated or locked in for far greater than 21 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're learning to live and connect and work in different ways. And many of those habits will transcend this pandemic. They will become permanent parts of our lives. So we have to think about how are our customers going to be different on the other. What habits are going to be different? What habits are they going to forget about? For example, the vacation industry, the travel industry, hotels and rental cars and airplanes, air carriers. They're going to have to remind people how much fun it is. They're going to have to remind people, hey, you can travel now. So there's going to be a period we're going to have to wake people up. We're going to have to think about financial condition. We're going to have to think about have new competitors emerged? Are people, are they buying through different channels than they did before the pandemic? Have new competitors emerged? Or have some of our competitors gone away? So we have the most important thing to do right now is sort of try to envision in terms of probabilities, what are the things that our customers, how do we realign with those customer needs on the other side?
Great insights. I have learned so much from you between the Social Media Marketing World Conference, and I am so happy I got to sit with you on this one-on-one session.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Mark. I will not take any more of your time. I really do appreciate you sitting with me. And once again, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on social media.